Hi guys, it's Fentony. I'm back with another theory and prediction video for Season 8, and this time I'm going to be talking about the Direwolves. I would just like to say before we start, there has been false reports that the wolf that plays Ghost is dead, and that's why he wasn't in Season 7, but in fact, Quagley, who plays Ghost, is very much still alive, and the wolf that supposedly everyone thinks was Ghost was a wolf that George R. R. Martin named Ghost, and that's the wolf that died. So Quagley is still alive, and there is potential of seeing Ghost in Season 8. So on with the video. It's no secret that the Direwolves have had less and less screen time in the last few seasons. They are very expensive as real wolves are used and then they're enlarged with CGI. And in Season 7 we saw the Return of Nymeria, which was a fantastic scene and one of my favourites in the entire season. Nymeria was Arya's direwolf and she was missing since the second episode of Season 1 and then she returned in the second episode of Season 7. Nymeria has her own pack of wolves now and Arya even tried to convince Nymeria to come back to Winterfell, but of course Nymeria refused as she has her own pack. There are theories that Nymeria would come back in Season 8 and help against the Army of the Dead with her pack, but I kinda doubt that. I feel we have seen the last of Nymeria, and to be honest, it was a very good scene for an ending for her. Ghost, on the other hand, is a very different story. Ghost was a very big part of Jon Snow's storyline, especially in the first few seasons, and even though they got separated north of the Wall, Ghost still got a decent amount of screen time. I love the scene where Ghost killed Drast after Drast had him locked up for so long, and then when Ghost fought at the Battle of Castle Black against the wildlings. But there is two Ghost scenes I love the most. I love the scene when Ghost comes to defend Sam and Gilly from the two brothers of the Night's Watch that have tried to rape Gilly and have beaten Sam up, and I especially love the last time we seen Ghost, and that was the scene when Jon Snow was resurrected and Ghost was lying beside Jon's dead body, and then when Jon Snow came back, Ghost realised. It was a very nice scene, and that was the last time we've seen the Direwolf. Since then he's been excluded, and I was very annoyed that he was excluded from Battle of the Bastards as the show decided to use 1-1 over him, and I was very annoyed that Ghost was not there when Jon Snow was named King of the North. He should have been there. He should have been howling in the background. And as I said, it was never confirmed in Season 6 where Ghost was, after Jon left Castle Black, but in Season 7 Episode 2 there was meant to be a Jon Snow and Ghost scene, but it was cut, so that does confirm that Ghost is at Winterfell. And Sansa does mention Ghost in Episode 5 when she tells Arya that she's warned Jon Snow that he couldn't leave the North and expected to sit and wait for him just like Ghost. So Ghost is definitely at Winterfell, and I expect him to be in Season 8. I don't think we're going to get too much of him, as I've already explained the CGI budget, and there will be dragons, white walkers, white dragons, giants and huge battles, so there's going to be so much CGI, but I do think we're going to get a scene between Jon Snow and Ghost when Jon Snow comes back to Winterfell, and I do feel that Ghost should fight in the War for the Dawn, and maybe if he survives he'll be at the end, but I'm not sure about that. Ghost was always a big part of Jon's life, and they were very close, but Jon's changed so much since he left Winterfell. Jon has fallen in love with Daenerys, and no doubt he's going to learn the truth that he is in fact Aegon Targaryen, the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. I feel that Ghost is going to be somehow used to remind Jon Snow that he may be called Aegon Targaryen, but in fact he will always remain Jon Snow, the bastard of Winterfell, and the bastard son of Ned Stark. I expect Ghost will fight in the War for the Dawn, and they're going to film it in a similar way to how they used him at Castle Black, with camera tricks, and only having him on screen for a few seconds. So this is the really big question. Will Ghost survive Season 8? I feel if Ghost does die, it's gotta be him saving Jon Snow from the Night King. But this is what I would love to see. I would love to see Ghost and White Summer go one-on-one. It makes sense for Bran's direwolf to be in the Army of the Dead, as he was killed at the Three-Eyed Raven's cave when the White Walkers attacked. But if Summer and Ghost do fight, Ghost has no chance. So I don't know if I want to see that actually, because Ghost will get ripped apart, and I don't want to see that at all. I want to see Ghost make it to the end. The Direwolves have always been one of the best parts of Game of Thrones to me, and to be honest, the show has felt less and less like its former self because of the lack of Direwolves, amongst other things. The Direwolves are very important, and they were a big part of the Stark children, but we only have 2 of them left. Each Direwolf that died had a big death, and Nymeria has had her big send-off, so it only makes sense for Ghost to have his send-off. Maybe if Jon Snow does die, Ghost leaves Winterfell and he heads up north beyond the Wall, and maybe he finds other Direwolves and has his own family. The build up for season 8 has got me very excited, as we don't know that much about the season and it's quite hard to make accurate predictions. I know some predictions are pretty obvious and I'm trying to avoid them, or when I do talk about them I'm expanding on them, as I feel saying that Daenerys is going to get pregnant because this and this was foreshadowed is kinda lazy. I want to get most of my predictions and theories done before any leaks or photos come out, as I think they probably will, but right now all the season 8 leaks are fake, so don't believe them. So what do you think? Will we see Ghost in season 8? I was sad that Ghost missed season 7, but I feel he has to be in season 8. But I'm very worried that he's going to die, and I'll admit it, if Ghost dies, I'll probably cry. So how do you think season 8 is going to go for Ghost? Will he be happy to see Jon Snow? Or will he start acting differently, as Jon Snow has started to embrace his dragon side more? I would love to see Ghost act very hostile towards Daenerys, maybe start barking at her, chewing on her clothes, doing his business in her shoes. Or maybe Rhaegal and Ghost will become best buddies, the two pets that the show doesn't care about anymore. But in all seriousness though, what do you think? Will Ghost die? Will he sacrifice himself to save Jon Snow, just like how Summer saved Bran? And do you think we'll see Summer as a White? White Summer versus Ghost would be something, but there's no way Ghost can come out on top. And what about Nymeria? Do you think she'll come back? So leave all your theories and predictions for the Direwolves in season 8, and if you're just finding the channel for the first time, please hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it, that really helps me out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.